fan in the background. Hopefully it ain't too bad.
Let's grab this.
Do you want to see what it sounds like, or you just know it's gonna be up in there too loud?
Yeah, it's picking up. I can feel it moving. Even when I ain't saying that, just picking that up.
Get up close. See what y'all looking like.
Tell me, do I look?
Man, y'all good, man. Y'all fly, man. Y'all fly. Hey, y'all hitting with the brains. Y'all good to go, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Two different screens, but y'all hitting. And there's some good lighting back there, so y'all good.
Ready to go.
I'm gonna leave all that alone, though.
Am I gonna need to turn my volume down?
Yeah.
When we go live?
It's on now.
Oh, it's on there.
I don't know. I'm gonna step down the hallway and listen to y'all.
All right.
There's mute.
Okay, there we go. And then how do I make it join my live?
So now, do like this. Now you want to go live on your page?
Yeah.
If you do like this, then it's on your page. So then, when it's on your page, you can be able to check. So run and check down here if it's gonna be counted.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
But if you go to your page, you're gonna be able to
Okay.
see that.
Okay. Right. We in there. We good.
You got it too. You got it too, bro. It showed up on already.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, you on you? Okay. I'm with Facebook.
Yeah. That's yeah. Tap in.
I promise this is a nice setup you got here, bro.
Man, you know what? We working. It's continue working in progress, man.
Yep.
Some things.
Well, that's
some artwork around here.
That's everything. A work in progress. That's all I'm saying.
We appreciate what we at.
Looking all right over there, Jakes.
Mm-hmm.
Look, even before we get started, let me say I got my JV, my head JV, one of my head assistants in here. The man, the legend, Ronnie Jenkins with me, man.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? He don't get his just due and his credit too, but
Right.
you know, talk about one of arguably one of the best players in the 90s from Beecher.
Yeah.
You gotta bring his name up.
Say his name again.
Ronnie Jenkins, man.
We got Ronnie Jenkins in the house.
Ronnie Jenkins Jr.
Ronnie y'all got Ronnie Jenkins in the house.
Any of y'all fellas know my cousin Mike Carpenter?
Yeah, I know Mike, man. Okay.
Well, I was right up on it.
Yeah.
You played up under you?
Yeah, no.
Well, I played up under him.
Ronnie,
Carpenter.
Ronnie,
Oh, he's
Ronnie.
Okay, got it.
Ronnie, my older brother, Quentin Gray,
Mm-hmm.
played together.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so I grew up watching them,
Mm-hmm.
and you know everybody see the size, the statue right now, but I was a little rock, man. So
Really?
I used to aggravate them. I used to, you know what I'm saying?
Squeaky voice.
Man, you was always tall.
Yeah, see, y'all, I was tall to y'all, but to them, I was the young pup, man.
So big bro.
Yeah, big bro. Big bro. Niggas take my ball and wouldn't let me play. I catch them while they ain't paying no attention. Pop, take off. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, dog. I was always like that too.
Yeah,
man. Like
you have to,
smallest on the block. So,
Smallest dude on the block.
you know what I'm saying?
And my brother was, you know, they called him Buff, and he was popular. And so they would mess with me, and he would be like, I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't come say nothing to me. No, he wouldn't let nobody, you know, dog me out. But
Who was messing with
yeah, them, Ronnie Jenkins.
He said, "Go for it."
Gun. Shouts out to Gun.
Shout out.
Good Gun. Terrence T. Croc. T. Kurt. Yeah. J. You know what I'm saying? that them, you know. And so I was young Bears, but that's my JV called my brother. We talk damn near every day, don't we, Ronnie? Damn
9
near.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning, damn near every day. I'll be on my way to work and I'll call.
You know what though? That's how y'all win.
Yeah.
When y'all be able to tell like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything locked in.
It's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, just the basketball stuff.
And real talk, bro. I appreciate it because he made sure when he was on the line, he was saying like, man, I couldn't do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? I said like that. That's real stuff. A lot of times you see folks in the front. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's everything on the back end and keep everything up.
I don't have an ego, man.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's for real.
I've been in the limelight. I've been the guy that's the head guy as far as playing, and I've also been a role player.
Mm-hmm.
And so I understand that as good as he was, Mike never won nothing without Scotty and Phil.
Yeah, I say it all the time, man.
As good as he was, Kobe never won one without Phil.
Yeah,
You don't. Yeah, no, he won without Shaq, but he didn't win without Phil.
But he also
He had to have Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
He had to have Lamar Odom. He had. So what my biggest thing is the people that's around you will be the make or break. And then when you do have a form of success or notoriety, whatever, you can't act as if you did it by yourself. You didn't, bro.
You better act like that because that's the last time you're there.
No.
Like people know, man. Like when you talk about when you appreciate folks, man, that's been on the journey.
Yeah.
Like man, they there.
They
Right?
there.
You know what I'm saying? So you always pay respect and every chance you get. Even when young boys that was out there on the floor, man, like giving it to them, man. We proud of them.
Yeah.
Like, man. You know, actually, I was just talking with Corey. I see how we was talking about, man, how much pride we had. Yeah. How many? He was talking about how he about to get inducted.
Yeah.
Thanks. He's like, man, we come from a statue of highlight prolific players.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Sure.
And what we need to do is make sure that we create a farm for that again.
No
So
doubt.
when y'all came back with the win, it's like, man, y'all just rejuvenated this.
Yeah.
We ain't had that going for a while. All our boys out there in the prep school, they somewhere else. They ain't in Flint. Like all our schools shut down all that history. Everybody came and went. It's unfortunate though, man. That
It is because man, around here there's so much talent and there's so many guys that probably didn't get the opportunity. But just because you didn't get the opportunity, that don't mean that the skill and the talent wasn't there.
No, not at all.
Right. So
not at all.
we want to make our man. Once again, I'm big on gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm big on making sure that I give God praise for it.
First and foremost,
Because I'm not, bro. I'm not. Please don't put me on the pedestal.
See,
I'm not perfect.
that's gonna keep you there, though.
Bro, I'm not the perfect husband. I'm not the perfect father. I'm not the perfect coach. I'm not the perfect guy.
Right.
So I would be active if I did everything right. And I always said the right stuff, and I made the right decision all the time. No, I didn't.
No, I think
is God, grace and mercy, and then it's the people that I've chose to surround myself with to make sure that no matter what,
and you stay humble.
I'm use my people. Man.
And that's something I do respect, man. Especially, man, because I can feel it in the tones. Like, man, like a lot of times, man, we think it's us, man. It ain't gonna be us. It ain't gonna be us at all.
What make you think you so special that God can't use somebody else to do His work?
He will use somebody,
and He
else.
will.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't doing what He told you to do, God, come on, man. He don't need.
And that's why, man, that's how we trying to do my meditation and trying to make sure that I'm staying strong, principle, right? You know what I'm saying? And staying focused. Get up every day with a purpose. You ain't got nothing
but
going on.
get up every day with gratitude. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about starting the day off. The first thing I do when I open my eyes in the morning is give thanks.
Come on now.
Because somebody else did wake up. Somebody else is praying for an opportunity to walk, to go to work.
Right.
As tired as I am, and as much as I'm like for my kids or work or this get on my nerves, somebody praying for that.
I'm trying to tell you this.
So I start every day off with thanks. And see what happens when you do that. Now you set the tone for your day. Don't mean bad stuff ain't gonna happen. Don't mean something don't get on your nerves. It just mean that you got the right perspective about it. That's how I operate.
You know what though? Like you said, like even though days be challenging.
All the time.
Everything ain't gonna be sweet. Even if you got a positive outcome, it's hard to sit there and do this stuff sometimes. And I just had this self-care because I was so burnt out and tired, bro. But it's like, man, I was able to meditate. I was able to get back to understanding like what I'm here for and stay connected to the most higher power.
Yeah.
Man, those things mean everything.
Yep.
So,
and you have I was playing Little League basketball. Another one of my coaches, my girl's head coach, Spencer Eason. I've been around this man since I was in the 3rd grade.
Come on now. Shout out to Spencer.
Spencer Eason, man. Anybody in the Beecher community in the last 20, 30 years know who he is. He's always been there for the kids.
Yeah.
But he's a no-nonsense kind of dude. So when I got him, he was fresh out the Marines. Man, my dad, he's in that tip right there. My dad took me and signed me up for Little League basketball out of Beecher back in the day. And he was the coach. I was the name Gregory. And man, it was at that time, it was one of the hardest things I've ever experienced. And my dad told me, man, if you don't want to deal with tough, like go in the closet, sit in the chair, and just wait to die. Because every day you wake up, you're going to deal with tough, bro.
Right. Your pop told you that?
Told me the real.
Man.
Told me the real, bro. And that kind of set the tone for the mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Especially coming up in these environments, man, and you know, dealing with everything that we deal with on a daily basis, man.
Dealing with everything.
We better be tough. But I think it's a certain type of element that we carry, though.
Yeah.
When I talk about playing that piece. Like, it's all
yeah, no,
right?
the mental side, bro.
Real talk, bro.
Mental
Ain't
side.
nobody endure the way that we do, man.
Yep.
I see that everywhere. Like when I was in Texas just a minute ago, last weekend, man. Like, man, y'all Flint boys something else. It was like, man, we just carry a certain type of substance.
I've been all over the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say everywhere I went, everybody what Flint was. It's Flint. You from Flint,
man.
You know what I'm saying? the accent. Flint.
Yeah. Either they know like, you know what I'm saying? For I hate for bad water. I be trying to tell them, man, listen, you know, the water crisis ain't over.
No, it ain't.
Nevertheless, man, you know, we
light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. Fli-City got some dogs in it, dogs in it, dogs. Fli-City come off authentic, authentic. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce.
My city experiencing a transition from penny pinching, maximizing our dollars, multiply triple digits. I came a long way from baby jars in a project kitchen.
Man, that's crazy. Man, tapping in, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for coming in. Checking out the show. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, share. We got a wonderful guest in the house today, man. We just celebrating. We still celebrating.
Still celebrating.
We still enjoying life.
On a natural high.
We still right. We still celebrating the win. Where the trophy at?
Oh man, we just had our celebration 2 days ago, kind of for the community. Unfortunately, I had to put it back in the trophy case. They told me they saw it all over the internet. I was carrying it with me. You know, even my wife was my wife was like, "When you taking that thing back?" You know what I'm saying? It was my wife, my son, my daughter, and then the trophy. I slept with it. You know what I'm saying? My wife said, "Get this damn trophy out my room." I said, get this out my room, man. Get this out my house, man.
I saw something. Everybody, bro.
That was a beautiful day, though. I seen him at I took the kids to the event, man. We went to the nurse thing, man. Shout out to Eddie, man. Man, I see Breeze over there with the trophy. I said,
Over there.
What you doing here with the trophy?
It was my son's birthday. I said, she coming with me.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it, you know what I'm saying? It's over there on the table.
Hey, the trophy had a little birthday cap on. Nah, man, no, that was the real stuff, though, man. That reminded me of like the float, like when boys are carrying around the trophy, go to Disneyland. That's what that felt like. I was on the team.
It was it's still unreal, still surreal. Most people don't understand that. You know, I walk them streets, man.
That's right.
I'm from that community.
That's right.
I was the guy that was the little runt, but everybody knew who I was.
That's right.
When I was growing up, it was you walk in your home house and your moms don't say nothing. You go right to the refrigerator. Come on, man. That's the community.
That's the village.
That's the village.
That's the village.
And so what happened was, you know, when we did win that, man, the first person that I sought out in the crowd was my older brother, Keenan Gray, because he was one of them dudes that was like, he'd been there with me every step of the way. And it was just a burst of emotion. Yeah. And, you know, I got Ronnie Jenkins, my head JV coach over here. He was another dude that I sought out. And, you know, I was okay until I saw him, and then I looked at him, and then I saw my brother, and then I was overcome with emotion. Come on, man. And I'm grateful, bro. Yeah. I realized that it ain't me, man. It ain't me. It ain't because I'm this great person or this great coach or my strategy that I put together is so good. It ain't me. It's a collective. Come on now. It's a collective, you know, agreement. It's a collective thing that happens. And, you know, we did something that no matter what happens 40 years from now, 30 years from now, we cemented Beecher history as state champion. Man, y'all are. Y'all been winning for a long time. Yeah. Y'all been definitely putting up numbers, Class C, state champion. Be remiss not to shout out Mike Williams, man. Shout out to Mike Williams. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how they feel about him. He's a GOAT. Yeah, he's a GOAT. Yeah, big shout out to Mike. He got 6 of them, man. I was blessed and fortunate enough to be a part of 3 of them as an assistant. Yeah, but he got 6 of them, man. Yeah. So I don't care how they feel. Yeah. Or what they think. Yeah. What they say. That's my one of my mentors, my brother. I love him. He got 6, and in my book is Mo Lacey, and then it's Mike Williams. Man, big shout out to Mike, man. Mike did put it down for a long time. For a long time. You kind of forgot that he was just winning so much, right? Because see what happens is when you win, everybody think that it's easy, and then when you win at a high level so much, now it's expected. Every time. Every time. Hard to come out there and win every time. Though. You know how hard every year with a different group of kids. Yeah, and the same philosophy. You got to find ways to motivate this guy. Yeah. What get this person going? How does this person react in this situation? Yeah, and then you also like what I did my first year. I couldn't do that my second year because it's a different group of kids. So my strategy and my philosophy, the base of it's the same, but I have to adapt to the players I have. That's right, bro. I would be dumb to try to have a kid that don't shoot jump shots. They can shoot jump shots because that's a need that I have. No, I got to adjust to his game. Right. For Mike to do that and win 6 of them, second to none, bro. Phenomenal. Second to none. Phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, definitely though, when you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, you were just talking about how Jordan couldn't win without Jordan and Kobe couldn't win without Phil. They ain't win without Phil. Like Phil seemed like he was like a cool coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go holler at you and all that. He might holler at you on the back end. Just knowing what I know, man. You know, my NBA career wasn't, substantially long. I had. Man, big shout out to you going to the NBA. I'm just telling Corey that the other day, man. So what, man? Yeah, I know, but it wasn't even get to the collision there. I wouldn't even say it was NBA experience. It was a cup of coffee. and the cup wasn't even full. You know what I'm saying? It was brief, but nonetheless, you know.
But
so,
you made it though.
Yeah. And so knowing what I know, you know, Phil wasn't doing. Bro, Phil was like, Shaq told a story one time where Phil was like, you know, maybe we're not ready. Let's, you know, pack up. We do it next year.
In the middle of the season.
In the middle of a playoff game.
Really?
In the middle of a playoff game, Shaq said that, you know, they said this to him. He said this to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack your stuff up.
Yeah, he said, you know what, maybe we're not ready. Let's pack it up. Let's do it again next year.
Yeah. What they say?
They responded and won. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Big shout out to Phil. No, I mean,
I'm a Laker fan. I know those stories.
Yeah.
I'm telling you though, if we ain't ready to play, I hope you tell the boys that too, man. Listen, man, if y'all ain't gonna give it y'all all, it's gonna have stop wasting everybody.
The ups and downs. What I like to say is really 3 seasons in one.
Okay.
So the first about 5 to 7 games, you're trying to figure out who's going to perform in those high pressure moments, who is going to be the go-to guy, who you can count on to make free throws when they tired down the stretch. The second 5 to 7 games, now you've got that cemented. You kind of got who you're rolling with, right? And the third season is when you get the playoffs because everybody starts 0-0. And my statement to my team was all the games that we're playing, all the practices that we have are preparation for going 8-0. 8-0 is what it takes to win the state title. You got to win 8 games to win the state title.
That's a total?
That's total. 8 games in the tournament.
Once you get to the tournament.
Once you get to the tournament, you got to win 8 games.
That's the third season.
That's the third season.
And the one season.
In the one season. Yep. So it's one season. It's one season, but it's 2 seasons within that one season. That's how I break it down.
Yeah.
And you know, I always tell my guys, look, man, you know, I wish I could tell you that everything, that the game plan gonna be good. I wish I could tell you that, you know, if you do X, Y, and Z, it's gonna happen like this. The reality is you gotta go take it. If you want to win, you gotta go take it. It's not like I can draw up the greatest game plan. I can draw up the greatest play in the world. If you don't execute, it means nothing.
You absolutely right. You got the best players. You got all that. You have a phenomenal coaching staff.
Don't mean
like if y'all don't execute right then and there, especially in the tournament,
don't mean nothing.
You only get a one and done, right?
One and done.
We slip up. That's
it's
it.
The beauty. It's the beauty of the tournament. That is one and done.
And you know, 3 kids. That was major. I mean, Keon Millfield. That's at Arkansas.
Yeah.
Is that D Minnie's family?
Yeah, that's D Minniefield.
Shout out to D, man. What's going on?
D Minniefield. What's happening, baby?
We had Ernest Sanders. We had
Ernest Sanders.
Yeah.
And we didn't win.
And we didn't win.
What happened to Ernest?
He played football. He was Saginaw Valley.
So I say many in Arkansas.
Yeah, Keon is in Arkansas, but we had them 2 and Jalen Terry, who's at DePaul now. And Carmelo Harris, who's at Wayne State. We had think about that 4, and we didn't win the title. We got put out regionals, right? Okay. Quarters. We got put out. That was about 4 or 5 years ago.
I remember that. Right before COVID was shot. Everybody was shot.
That was
that was
a season or 2 before COVID.
Sanders runs because I remember we thought it was gonna be their run.
But that goes to show you how fragile it is and how you gotta seize the moment. That's something that Mike taught me about seizing the moment. And seizing the moment pretty means that you don't act as if you're gonna get here again. Right. There's no guarantee that you are.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
And I've taken that and tried to incorporate that in my everyday life. There's no guarantee that when you leave the house that you coming back.
Yeah, that's a real reality.
I'm not.
I posted that, but Greg,
bro, who said
you later, right?
No. Look, I leave the house. I tell my wife I love you.
You don't
I understand that. Yeah, I'll see you later.
I'm an internet.
See you later. I tell I love you. I tell my wife, I tell my son, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm no, once again, I'm not on no paranoid on Lord Jesus, I'm ready. No. But the reality is that it's a possibility.
Nah, you ain't lying,
And so you
man.
don't focus and you don't dwell on it. And so that just means you're not. I'm not. I try the way I coach. I try to live my life like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take nothing for granted, especially in these days and times. Think about 3 years ago, man. We was in the midst of pandemic. Think about how many people lost their life unexpectedly.
Yeah.
So
We was losing on a regular too.
I'm talking about like it was like a Monday this person, Tuesday this person. Yeah. It was the lottery ball.
I'm talking about good healthy folks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never left the house.
Yeah.
Never left the house.
Never left the house.
Yeah,
Caught COVID and died.
I was working out every day, eating
Working
good.
out,
Yeah.
eat, bro.
No,
So I don't try
never
not to
smoke,
take.
never seen a drink.
But this
none of that.
thing we have is some pressure in life, and I can promise you 2 things. Well, I can promise you 3. Here's the 3 things. As long as you're alive, you're gonna pay taxes.
Yeah,
You understand me?
Make sure you got the taxes.
The second thing is
Gotta
that
heat up the
the second thing is you're not gonna you're not number 3. The third thing is you can't take nothing for granted.
or take nothing with you.
You can't take it
all
with
on the
you.
floor.
The Egyptians tried it. They got robbed.
You didn't want to put it in the tomb. I'm glad you said that. I'm mad about that. Right? They did.
They tried to take it with them.
Too, man. All
The
they
Egyptians
was
tried to
gold.
take it with them. The
Yeah.
gold, the money, everything. They got robbed. And so
We need to get
when you view it like that and you have that perspective, it makes you not, once again, I'm a normal person. I got problems. My nerve. My kids is routed sometimes. They get on.
That's our nephew.
Yeah,
Gotta get him my listen now.
yeah.
Time to go.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say this no more.
I ain't gonna say it.
I'm trying to get another tip. I know it's your birthday.
I know it's your birthday, but it's time to go.
Probably ain't ready to go.
We had been there since 5. It was 8:30. It's time to go, bro. I'm about to go sit down.
Yeah,
But no, I try to live my life like that and make sure that I always operate from a place of love. I always operate from a place of gratitude, and I always operate from a place of being grateful and thankful, bro.
No, I think those are some real foundational pillars, man.
Yeah.
When you get down to it, like it's a value system that we have.
Value system,
right?
yeah.
A lot of times folks be living out here anxious.
Hey,
They don't got no standards.
just
to
wake
themselves,
up
man.
and just
out here
whatever
doing
happens, happens.
Right,
No, bro.
man. But when you out here and you living under those value system, and listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Treat people with kindness.
Yeah.
Right, respect. Right? You know what I'm saying? Loving myself.
Yeah.
You know, those things that I had to learn early in the game too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to love yourself.
You gotta
man, so
love
you
you.
love everybody else. And if you out here really trying to make a difference in lives, family that's around you, friends, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like believing in each other, valuing one another. And like even as black folks, man, we gotta learn to do that more than ever before because you know what I'm saying, we be all we got.
Watch this. Everybody wants to be in the limelight. Who wants to be seen as this? But Jesus said the greatest among you should be a servant.
Servant leader. We got to be.
But not even a servant leader, just a servant.
Yeah, if you're a servant,
If you so you can't be a servant without being a leader. I can't be a leader.
servant, yeah. Nah, yeah.
You serve people, bro.
I'm trying to
People be, man, you never know what people going through, man.
That's you're absolutely right.
You never know what person thinking. But
Man.
just by you being kind and being
I'm
nice
trying to tell
and willing to be on some, yo, man,
Speak life.
speak life into them. They can change some stuff, bro.
Yeah.
They can change their life.
You see how many people down here on Saginaw Street out here
All the
walking
time.
around,
All
and
the
they
time.
be looking like, man, listen, you know what I'm saying? You never know what they can do, right? It's like when you just come up, you just share some life, you know what I'm saying? Say some powerful, some inspirational word, right? You never know. Even just saying hello.
Hello.
I get walking past
Simple
you,
as
you saying
hello.
that, and that's crazy.
Simple.
You just saying stuff, you acknowledge a person as a human being,
Mhm.
they respect that. They appreciate that. And then if you can see it to the needs, it's even
You know, I was told by the older folks around me back in the day, you never know when you're in the presence of an angel. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Don't block your blessings.
Don't block your blessings.
Blessings.
You know, a lot of times, man, we gripe and we complain about stuff. If you really break it down and look into it, every root problem, 90%, I'll say 90%. 90% of your problems is you.
All the time.
It's your mentality.
And
It's
then
how
if
you think. It's how you
don't think
process
so, that's the
information.
problem, right?
Yeah. If you don't think that you are your biggest, who else? Your biggest enemy will be your.
It's deep. You be in your own way.
You be in your own way.
And and sometimes I think it's hard for people to face that.
No doubt.
If I'm always why stuff just going.
It's hard to self.
I'm gonna blame everybody because ain't nobody nothing. Nobody did nothing for me.
It's easy.
It's terrible.
If I blame you for my issue, then that means I got to take accountability. I got to fix it. But if I take accountability, then I got to fix it. That's hard to do.
Man, that's kind of hard. But putting that weight on other people is hard too.
Yeah.
Like people's circumstances.
It's a waste of energy.
Yeah.
It's a waste of energy.
It's a waste of energy.
And people looking at you. Like, man,
Brother, have you ever had that moment when you sat back and thought about some of your darkest times and some of the mistakes you made? And when you really evaluated and dove deep into it, it was you.
but that's a sign. That's the sign. You know what?
Growth and maturity.
I messed this up, right? Those people will tell me, man, listen, I'm just going to sit down and tell you, man.
How I operate,
I
bro,
messed up.
I don't have people around me that I can't tell the truth to. They can't,
Right.
they can't tell me the truth.
You gotta have that.
If I love
You don't
you,
want no yes.
if our relationship is authentic as I think it is, I should be able to tell you, man, bullshit right now. Right. And you should be able to tell me that too.
And then talk about it.
And then talk about it. Help me.
Man,
Don't talk
help
about it, help me.
Yeah.
No, so I went on a little rant, but everything I'm talking about,
that's
not only
good, though.
I teach basketball is a small window. Most players, Gilbert Arenas, bro. Gilbert Arenas was arguably one of the top players in the early 2000s. Gilbert Arenas' career went south at 25.
In the locker room.
Well, but injuries too.
Injuries,
But that was the icing on the cake.
Gilbert was hard too, though.
Who?
Gilbert was hard.
Gilbert, bro. It was cold. Gilbert.
He kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So, what if he was like, I'm 25. I can't play basketball no more. My life is over.
Yeah.
No, bro. I try to prepare our young men for life. I look at when you're not touching the line and I get on you, I'm not looking at you not touching the line. I'm looking at you with your son and your girl is depending on you in the diapers. You gotta go figure out how to make $50 legally so you can get your baby some diapers.
Man, come on.
But you're coming up short. That's what I'm looking at.
Man,
and so
that's preparing them for life. And I know when you talking and dealing, we might be talking excellence in talk.
Talking about life.
We talking about success in life. And that means like sometimes you gotta hear to the teachers. And that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like some of the best basketball players can be bullheaded. They don't listen to nothing. They think that they got it all. They think they going to the pros.
Right.
You see it all the time.
But
it takes a humble
sports though. I played football in my whole high school, junior high school year. The camaraderie of just that camaraderie of a team, and then the coaches are your father figures if you ain't got one at home. And even if you got one at home, all those hours you're spending with them, they're like your father figures, your mentors. So that type of stuff has a definite positive impact on a person's life. And my coaches was all about the X's and O's, but at the end of the day, good coaches try to teach you how to be great young men and positive influences in the society.
This might not be your end game.
Watch this, bro. So I'm my class. So class of 03, that's the whole 4 kind of extended as far as basketball. And so I was a top player coming out. So
When you played the year?
Yeah.
Oh,
In 04 in the
04?
state.
That's right.
In the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, no, I was player of the year. You know,
I know.
American. All
Come on.
That's
Come
you
on.
know, I ain't gonna get it.
Come on. No, we got acknowledge that though, man. Don't just brush past it.
He always be trying to be.
I
be trying to tell him like.
Last you earned it a year.
Yeah,
We glad he did.
yeah,
When I was out.
you know, player of the year. So, you know,
Y'all don't play the game.
yeah,
No.
yeah, player of the year.
Yeah.
But, so I had a phenomenal high school career.
You did.
But before,
Let me just brag on you real quick. I was going to C-Town.
yeah,
Northern had them dogs, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? C-Town, we had some players. We had some folks, man. Bucs out there strong, right? But the thing is, though, man, we couldn't wait to come watch y'all boy.
Yeah.
By that time, I wasn't playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
I
enjoyed the game.
went to Northwestern, but I used to love creeping in Beecher
Man, I'm trying to
Stadium.
tell you,
all
man.
day.
I'm trying
Watch
to tell you.
Little
All the
Mike
boys,
with
man,
the
they
lefty.
was hard.
Got
Yeah.
to see Chris Webber come down.
Man,
there and play
what?
this
yeah,
time.
I'm
yeah.
just saying that it was a
Different
time. That was an era. I just wish that, you know what I'm saying, like you relish that. You know what I'm saying? You remember the pro-am games?
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? Going
Man.
to Northwestern in the summertime.
I remember being.
Thousands of people up there.
I remember being.
You had to have a fit to go to the game.
Yeah,
That's what I was
like. You was getting you if you couldn't go to the game.
That's
No,
what I
you
was-
had to put on some. You know what I'm saying?
I won't pick up the basketball, but
I remember being like a sophomore and going to the program at that time. He was in his prime. See High, Corey High
Killing
was in
it,
his
yeah.
prime.
Mhm.
Antonio Smith was in his prime.
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Robinson.
Eddie,
Eddie used to come down, yeah.
Baby
yeah.
Blue Bentley.
Yeah,
I can
Eddie was super cool.
and,
too,
and
though.
Mo pull up in BM 750. Then Mo pull up in the BM. And Charlie pull up in the Porsche. And then Eddie pull up in the Bentley. And then Tone pull track trailer. Tone pull up in the excursion.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
Trailer
And so,
come through.
but being
Yeah,
a kid and seeing all that, and you like, yo, I just saw it on TV. They just did this, bro. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah. And then it was like, okay, I can do that, but what do I need to do in order to do that?
To get there.
And I'm grateful that the guys that I just named, they said, come on, you with us. You coming to the gym with us. You coming in the gym with us.
Yeah.
So, bro, now a hoop run, and I see, you know, it be one or two guys in there that's real. The hoop runs that I grew up going to, you couldn't even come to the gym if you wasn't
Invite
invite only. You couldn't come to the gym.
It was really a fraternity.
It was a
It
fraternity.
still is a certain
So,
extent,
yeah,
but it was a fraternity. He wasn't part of that.
you can't.
You already know.
You come to the gym, somebody like
Playing
that.
LeBron.
Somebody like that. Who you with?
You trash, man.
And I know some cats that's on the corner
Yeah.
that'll shake the mess out of anybody that was in the gym.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Had the invite.
He
Jay
didn't have it.
Rich watching when they were still playing Chucky Atkins come down and
You got to
bring it up.
Michigan boys because Earl used to bring
Earl used to
Michigan boys.
bring the Michigan.
Right.
Man, that
So-
was the time, though.
It was
I
a different
remember
time.
in Northwestern high school, I seen Jay Rich and Kevin Tolbert go at it.
I know.
Shout out to Kay Tolbert, bro.
And DeAndre Hewlett, man.
Yeah,
Andre Hewlett. Come
That
on,
was
man.
one. That's a game I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think it was like 60. Oh,
I forgot about you.
Boom.
Man.
All right, and so look, before we go on, like I said, shots out to Kay Tolbert, man. But Kay Tolbert, who Kay Green. Kay Green. Kay
You talking about his brother?
No. Before his name was Tolbert, it was Kay Green. Kay Green and Kay Tolbert, two different people. Kay Green,
Oh, you got that.
Kel Green. KT last name was Green. He changed it over. His mother name was from the Green
Mother's
side.
name,
His
maternal side was Green.
Yeah.
And okay, got
So-
you.
When he changed his name,
He was turned up.
No, he saw fresh 8th grade. 8th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, he was on Fred. Bro, I remember watching Northwestern at Saginaw, and Jason J. Rich was a junior. JT was a freshman. Okay. And they going at it. And after the game, at the time, guy by the name Chris. Jay Rich talking to Jay Rich like, yo, that senior over there, he gave us and Chris was like, what senior?
Right.
What senior? And he was like, 23. He said, that's a freshman. He said, I gotta see this nigga for 2 months.
So it was built like you.
It was
Inside, he had
like
that
grown
that grown man body.
Coming up in that era, coming up in that time, you know, if you could play, you had to prove it. You could. It wasn't no social media. It wasn't no YouTube.
No, it wasn't none of that.
It wasn't no internet. It wasn't no cell phone.
It wasn't none of that.
Okay, you better than me? Bet. I'm be at King Park at 6:30.
Yeah.
Show me.
He get picked
Yeah.
up.
Me at pick, bro. You better than me? Okay. Oh
They
no.
gotta
Okay.
go down.
This the top.
Summertime though.
This the top dude in the state. Okay, bet. We gonna be at Burston at this time. Come down to Burston.
Man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Burton was there too.
Yeah.
I remember, man. Listen, see, we used to
What
play at Cook.
was the
We
hoop
played at Cook
tournament
Park.
that they used to have
I was in
across from like rallies?
The Gus
Yeah.
Mack.
That's the Gus Mack.
On the field, you know, Floyd Williams.
Floyd.
He used to open the gym at Cook all the time.
Yeah.
He's the one who was overcooked at that
Yeah.
time, like back then.
Yeah. Like there.
You remember Mr. Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Turner used to take us in there and have to do free throws.
Yeah.
We'd be in all summer long. Like, man, we want to go do something else.
Nope. To the
Like,
gym, bro.
Yeah, to the
But
gym.
look,
Yeah,
but look,
Jay
but
Good
look
and
what
that.
it did for us, though, man. Look,
Yeah.
it taught us a level of discipline.
He was literally all about
It
that.
taught us a level of consistency.
Yeah, you know.
So what I was about to get to, I was about to talk about the class of 03, being the top player, being in that. So 03 class, you got Mello, you got Luau Dane, you got Shannon Brown, you got Ron, you got. So now the one who everybody forget about was the best player at the time, Lenny Cook. Google Lenny. For those of y'all who don't know, Google Lenny Cook when you get a
You
chance.
do forget about Lenny. Lenny
Okay.
was hard. But yeah,
So
I don't know if he got what happened.
Lenny didn't have the discipline that was needed at the time. So
Outside check.
So- that's class of 03, and that's just a few names. But then in 04, you got Dwight Howard, you got Josh Smith, you got Rudy Gay, you got Al Jefferson, you got Randolph Morris, you got Marquise Gray.
Boys.
I'm talking about deep.
Yeah.
So I knew stuff was different when I went to NBA camp.
What you mean?
Glenn Davis. So the top it's called a top 100 camp, but it was NBA camp because
the top
the
boys,
top 100 in the nation,
which is super hard to.
which is super hard. Out of all of that, 04, out of all that, bro, I was ranked
You know what I'm
21 out of and I wouldn't put on. So we at camp. Breakfast is from. Matter of fact, my roommate Al Holford was in there. Joe Kim Noah, Torian Green. What's that other boy from Florida? I can't call his name right now. Who? Nope, not Joe Kim. Corey Brewer.
Brewer.
Corey
Yeah,
Brewer.
it had to be.
Corey Brewer.
It had to be.
Corey Brewer was in that, all in that with us too. So, what we did was we in camp, and the schedule was from say 7 to 8 is breakfast. 8:30 you got to be in your seat ready for the speaker for camp. They're gonna give you the schedule today. So most guys are coming in at 7:45. Grab some breakfast real fast, eat it, sit down. Get to the gym. It was a week camp. Every day we get into the gym. This nigga Brian is stretching.
You said you get that. Bro was there.
Brian was in that mix and in that class. So we get to the gym, Brian stretching, bro.
Already.
He already stretching.
Yeah.
But I noticed that he's stretching, but he got a towel around his neck. This nigga in a full-fledged sweat.
Okay.
So which means that if we got to be the camp at 8 and he's stretching, it's about 7:45.
You been
there.
He's been
there already. So, you know, at these kind of camps, bro, it's the layout for you. They really prepare you for the league. We had classes on, you know, spoon and fork etiquette. Real talk. What fork to use for your salad? What spoon to use for your soup? Right. So it's a laid out buffet, bro. There's pancake, sausage, there's brine, fruit water. So early on,
he's on another level.
But he had it here.
Yeah.
Even the white, bro. It's an old picture that I have in my basement. It's me, the White Hawk, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Al Jefferson. And we were the top 4, you know, as far as power forwards and centers at that camp. Mm-hmm. That next summer, when we went back to camp, White and LeBron looked like different people. They look like grown men, and everybody like them niggas going to the league. They ain't going to college. They're not going to college. They going to the league.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And
what diet was they on?
I don't know.
But if you look at their career, longevity, you can see what he's saying. They had it their way back then.
The white still.
White over there overseas.
The white ain't in the league, but bro,
he's still one of the most
on somebody's team and contribute in a major way, bro. I mean, people forget, bro. When the white was in Orlando, he was arguably the best big man in the league for real. He lost a lot because they had to cut. Bro, can you imagine being athletic, strong, big, this, that, and the third, and they cut a certain amount of inches in your back for surgery? That's going to have an effect on how you play.
They could have.
He had surgery on his back or something. I don't know what it was, but they had to cut. They had to go into his body. Bro, that has an effect on him. And I know because I had 4 surgeries myself. I still got a screw in my pinky toe about that big. Keep my bone together. Broke my foot in college. So I had 2 torn meniscus on one knee, 1 torn, 1 repaired, cut out. Then came back too fast from that injury. My other meniscus on my left knee snapped. So 2 on this knee, 1 on this knee, and I still got a screw in my foot. So I can get it taken out. Shit. I don't want to go under So out of the 5 years that I spent in college, I spent 4 in rehab trying to get back to where I was. So the guy that people saw in high school and had all this expectation, I was hurt. Even KT, bro. KT had fucking bone spurs in his ankle, bro, the size of like little golf balls, bro. So the guy that you were seeing at Northwestern, that explosive dude that would take, bro, he wasn't able to do that right away because he was hurt.
Yeah, you know, actually, one young boy in my class was talking about that earlier today. Like, he was staying down in high school, and then fizzled out. I'm like, man, sometimes you don't know, you don't know what's going on with boys, right?
When you play at a high level, bro.
Right.
When you play at a high level, everybody got to play a role.
Real tough.
And no matter how good you think you are, you're going to play that role if you want to play.
All the time. You better.
You got to. Because everybody can't score 40. That's what they don't understand. And I teach my team that. I don't need everybody. I need everybody to get about 12 to 15 points. Because now it's a balanced attack.
Right.
Now, I ain't going to hold you back. Get busy. Yeah. But at the same time, if you think you're about to step across half court between, behind, step back, you don't sit next to me. Let's talk about this young fella. I know you got game, and I know you can do that. Right. But probably if you do that 10 times, you're probably going to make 2 of them.
Right.
Come on, sit your ass down next to me. Let me get you my. But go check back in, though.
Like
let me coach you up and check you back in.
That sounds like a move I made.
Yeah.
Oh, man. man, listen.
So
Let me ride.
Maybe be 8 for 10.
Yeah.
that's one of them where you on the sideline. You like
Breaking pull over.
Child of my head.
Look, I remember a few years ago, man, coaching Lee Ellison, and this motherfucker dropped 63, man. And some of the shots he was taking, it was like, no. All right, good job. You know what I'm saying? He hit that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know how I go in, but it went in. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let you admit.
And he was, and you got
that rhythm.
one of the things that I learned from Mike Williams, a good coach knows when to shut up, and let his boys play.
But when do you identify the time? Say like, all right, I'm gonna let them boys go.
Right, when he's zone.
It's a flow. It's a feeling. The championship game, man. Mm-hmm. We got off to a slow start. No, we got off to a fast start. Real fast start. We went up like 10-0.
I want to say like 14-2 or something.
We went on the run.
Okay.
We came back, and then they got going, and he was stepping across half court. Our guys, but they got like laser, putting their hand up, we stepping across half court striking. That third quarter, when we came out, Robert Lee got a layup, and after the layup, he hit a jump shot, and then he had another pull-up jump shot. And it's one of those things where you in the flow of the moment. It's like, okay, let him go, let him play.
Yeah, because he was just in the mode.
Call his number. Mm-hmm. And let him play, because he's cerebral enough to make the right play. If he see two guys coming at him, he's going to make the right pass. But if it's one-on-one, whoever's guarding him, he's in a rhythm and a flow right now. Whoever's guarding him is dead meat.
Barbecue
chicken. Let him go. And so it's a sense, it's a flow of the game that you have to be able to detect and not try to control. See, nobody comes to see a coach. They didn't come to see me. They came to see these kids.
But at the same time, you're right. Sometimes, though, if you got that type of flair, right,
you got to let them go.
They see you out there operating, because you are, at the end of the day, coach is moving the pieces.
You moving the pieces.
So you want to be able to come see, like, okay, well, that coach got these great talents in the flow. It take a phenomenal coach to do that.
Yeah,
like you just can't anybody just coach now. Anyway, you got some good players.
And then also,
you know what I'm saying?
Being a former player helped that.
Being a former
player. All the time.
Because you know, like, when I was in the zone,
leave me alone.
Yeah.
It don't matter what defense. It don't matter what defense they throw in.
That's right.
It don't matter what's happening.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
I'm playing.
And then as a player, I think the players know you've been there. You did what they've done. You've been in these moments.
Yeah.
So you tend to respect that coach that you know been in that situation before.
I did something this year.
That's what I say. Yeah.
Because the last year we made it to a Final Four with Carmelo Harris and we call him Luke, but James coming second. Mm-hmm. We made it to the Final Four, and Phoenix Marble, we made it to the Final Four, but we didn't win it. And I take full accountability. We didn't win it because of me, because I didn't plant the seed and put them in a position and give them the vision that we're going to win this.
How you know?
Because the guys that were playing, I just automatically assumed that they knew what to do. I automatically assumed that they would adopt the mindset because they already had one. They already had a championship. And I assumed that guys would automatically follow them, but it wasn't like that. So it was on me to put the new group of guys in the position and in the mindset to believe. So this past year, and this is why I'm glad in retrospect, this is going to sound stupid. I'm glad in retrospect we lost my first year. Yeah. We needed that point of reference, and we needed to have our heart broke. Yeah. So we can know what that feel like. Come on. So we don't want to experience that.
Come on, man. I'll buy that.
This year, what I did because I went to Michigan. I got 2 Final Fours there. I got 2 Big Ten championships. Mm-hmm. My team was the last team to play in Final Four at Ford Field. Yeah. Now, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. We lost. but we lost to North Carolina, and they were the better team. Tyler Hansbrough, Ty Lawson, Danny Green, Wayne Ellington, and Ed Davis. Where they started. All five of they starters were first round lottery picks.
Man, they good. Yeah,
So
Ty was hard too, though.
on my team, we only really had two. Myself, around 2 times. At that time, there was Kaylin Lucas played a little bit in the league.
Yeah.
Darrell Summers got his shot.
Yeah.
Raymar Morgan got his shot. But I'm talking about those guys were certified first round draft picks from North Carolina. So what I did this year with my team, we went down and watched state practice. I took them down there, and then what I did was we went on the main floor. And while the stadium was empty, I had them look around, man. And I said, hey, look at this. Envision yourself being here. Envision yourself winning the state title. Envisioning yourself making plays on this floor. So I had planted a seed early. And what happened was, I believe that when we came down to Lansing, I had a routine. You're only allowed to get, now most people don't know these intricate parts.
Okay.
You're only able to get to the gym an hour and a half early before you play.
To get the workout?
To get to the gym, to get a workout. So the hour and a half really is about 50 minutes, because the first part of it, you're going through security checks. You're getting everybody off the bus. You're making sure everybody got everything. You got to go through metal detectors. They got to get you in your locker room. Guys got to get taped. That take anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. And you allowed to get into the arena an hour and a half before. You're only allowed to get on the floor an hour before. So
time.
If you don't prepare.
Right.
Because preparation is never time wasted. So I already had us prepared. And when we got to the gym, all we had to do was put on our shoes, get guys taped, get on the floor.
That's right.
And so the year before that, I didn't do that. So that's why I say
learn a lesson, though. Yeah.
You needed a point of reference.
And sometimes you'll take those losses, right?
I'll
Just
take
to
it.
go ahead
I'll
and,
take it.
you know what I'm saying, win something.
I say this forever. The wins are for the player. The losses I'll take.
That's real stuff.
Because if I'm not doing my job and if I'm not putting them in the best position to be successful, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
I buy that.
If I don't watch film and give them the game plan on guys' tendencies, I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
It ain't just rolling the ball out. My wife during the season, she's sick of me. Because all I do, and even now, all I do is watch basketball, bro.
Ain't no wrong.
I'm watching film.
This is
what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
And you married me 15 years ago, and you know
when I was at the message.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. No, that's funny how they be acting like that though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know you do this.
They know it.
My girl gonna say they know this what you do. Right?
That's what you do.
They like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. She's sick of it.
You know, but they love you though.
They love.
I'm a rock with you anyway.
Love is always there, man. Me and that woman have been through hardships, ups and downs.
It be like
lefts and
that.
rights,
It be like that.
That's my baby, man.
Yeah.
Like I leave for work at 6.
Yeah.
My girl worked hard.
Yeah.
So
I
come home at 9:30, sometimes 10.
kiss on the
She
cheek.
on her way out.
She on her way out.
So it's like
I get home, everybody sleep.
I used to, man. That's why I used to cut it to my boys. Like, man, y'all come in here rolling. I
Yeah.
could have been at home.
Yeah.
You know
Oh no,
what I'm
I tell them,
saying?
like, bro, if you don't want to be here, fine. Let me know. I'll lock the balls up. I'll go home
Right.
and be with my family.
Right. Don't waste my time.
But you need to there needs to be a point of you get to be here. Not you have to. You get to.
Yeah.
You get to be here, man.
No, I think it's the thing about earning that place. Right? It's
Yeah.
like how you listening to what you were saying about what LeBron was
Yeah.
and the discipline on getting to the stadium beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Working up all these different things before everybody eat. Right. You gotta earn your place. Like this stuff don't be given. Like the greats don't just be giving this type of stuff.
And every time that I can remember where you sacrifice and go that extra mile, got that form of success. When I was in Turkey, bro, 2012, I was the center of the year. I got import of the year in the Turkish league. But after every practice, after every game, I would go in the weight room and turn the treadmill up on 10 and sprint for 10 minutes.
Come on now. After I didn't put in some
after
work,
practice, after practice, I would let everybody go home. I have a taxi take me home, but I would stay and get extra shots and lift.
Come on.
When playoff time came, and the more I did that, see, overseas is different. You really got to be disciplined over there.
How different is overseas then?
So what happened? Say payday. On payday, they're gonna bring you your money. You're in a good organization, they're gonna bring you your money. Cash.
Oh, cash?
They don't do it like that now. But when I was coming out, about when I got to Japan, it started to switch over a little. At least. So they give you your bag.
Yeah.
The foreign exchange store they're gonna put you where it's kind of
in the vicinity
of get you together, get to the bank, transfer, it's food, it's stuff. So you get your money. Practice only an hour and a half, 2 hours off the day. Practice probably at 3. You done at 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's sunny, it's warm.
Yeah.
You got a pocket full of money.
Yeah.
And you in a foreign land.
Yeah. I'm about to get out.
Exactly. That's what most do. That's what most do. It takes discipline to say, okay,
and
I just got paid.
They be loving you.
Yeah, they love it. I just got paid this large lump sum of money. I'm going to take $800 of this large lump sum. I'm going to turn it over into Turkish money. I'm going to put the rest in the account that I got here, and I'm going to wire the rest back to my account in the States. And I'm going to go out to eat. I ain't saying I'm staying in the house doing, but I'm going to go out to eat. And then after I eat, I'm going home. That takes a level of discipline.
I know that takes a level of because then I always wonder what that overseas ball would look like. Right?
It's different
in leagues. Right? It seemed like, I don't know, sometimes it can seem like it's and you just in a foreign place and you just kind of like got to figure it out. Right, but then it also seemed like it's a litigation.
First, and not technology wasn't what my first season in Israel, bro, was 2009, bro. My first night in Israel, I cried myself to sleep.
What? In Israel?
I ain't had no phone. I ain't had no computer. I ain't know nobody. I hadn't got paid yet. They got me off the plane. I went to the facility to practice. After flying, now Israel from Detroit to Israel is 22 hours, man. So I flew to Israel on a 22-hour flight. Kissed my, at the time she was my girl. Kissed my wife goodbye. Kissed my mama goodbye. Kissed my family goodbye. I ain't got no phone. I got about $400 to my name. I ain't got nothing. I can't do nothing, bro. I'm crying myself to sleep.
That's why I said it seems like it's a lonely type.
It is, but then,
is it like foreign? You can't speak the language.
You can't. So
all these different random
people and most.
You got guys though that's like showing like this.
English is the second most known language around the world. English is the most easiest language to learn. So what happened was, thank God I was around veteran guys that had been in the country and that understood what I was doing. So first night, we got done with practice. I went to my room. Second night, after we got done with practice, he took me to the phone store, got me a phone. Took me out to eat. Third night, my former teammate, we went out to a club. It was the I call it the Israeli palm tree. Palm tree. Was it like that though? It was just like that. Really? Hip hop, R&B. No bull. Really? Hip hop, R&B, Up into one of my former teammates, Alan Anderson, because he's playing for the top team over there, Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Okay.
I'm in Ashkelon,
Okay.
which is in the same league, and we Euro League, but we are lower the Euro League team.
Okay.
Maccabi Tel Aviv play against the Toronto Raptors in preseason, Golden State or Indiana. They real. So bump into him, Alan Anderson, like, yo, what's good, young fella? You here, bet. Here go my number, here go my phone. Hey, look, man, I know how it is sometimes. He got my hand. He gave me $1,000. I'm like, oh man, we good money. No, double A took care of it.
Yeah, okay. Shout out Double A.
Yeah. So
that be meaning a lot too, though.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And so I'm with guys that, been in the league. You put guys that the time won the championship in the league last year, the year before. And so they took care of me, made sure I was good. Yeah. And then once you learn the ropes, you like, okay, this is the do's, this is the don'ts. Mm-hmm. But what most people don't understand, you getting this bag, you getting this money. This is a business. Okay. And you got to treat it as such. You got to treat this like if practice is at 3, you can't walk in the gym at 3 and be like, I'm ready to practice. No, you got to go. Practice at 3, get to practice at 1:30. I'm get to practice at 1:30 so I can go in the training room and get stretched. So I can get out on the floor and get on my pregame and get up shots.
That's that discipline.
You have to be disciplined. I think you have to be even more disciplined over there than you do over here because you're familiar with the surroundings here. Mm-hmm. Over there, you're not familiar with the surroundings. Bro, I'll never forget, we was in McDonald's, me and my teammate, Brian Toll, overseas in Israel. We in Israel.
It just sounded like it was hot out there.
It was. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
That sounds like that.
They stuck to every day. It slowed down. Not every day, but shalom, it slowed down. And the city was shut down from this time to this time. They still tried to keep with traditional things, right? Mm-hmm. So we in line. We at McDonald's. We about to get something to eat. 2 soldiers walk in. Fuckers got ARs with the banana boy.
On that too. Yeah.
I tell my team, I say, hey man, he got that thing on him and it's open like that. I say, hey man, what's going on?
Get the region.
Yeah. And I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. But no. So they in the army. They get in line. My team like, that's normal over here. I'm like, for real? Now this was right before, when I was over there, it was right around the time when it was peace. A few years after I left, that Gaza Strip was at war.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got out of there in the nick of time. But little stuff like that, if you don't know any better and you don't have a proper guide, bro, that make you say that in itself will make you go to management like, what about the hell?
You ain't lying.
Because what is this? Bro, I ain't used to this.
Because they was in the middle of some stuff.
Right? Yeah.
That reminded me like when I was in Egypt.
Yeah.
Like everybody, all the folks walking around with big ARs, they out there moving around in their styles. Everywhere you
and it's normal.
And then too, they will. This is for crazy. I went to Uganda.
Okay.
Man, just they know your phone when you open up your mouth. Right?
Yeah.
So
they know you. They know. They know.
So I took 10 young boys over there, but they like 18. So we get out like hang out. I'm gonna tell you too. We had a good time. We was in Kenya. Kenya was like Atlanta times 3. Mm-hmm. You thought Atlanta was live out there, man. Kenya was on 10, and everybody was out there. Somewhere or another, man, they got separated. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there before, so I know about it.
You know what's that then?
So they was in there moving around. Yeah. Police, whatever came up on them, they started talking. They dance for them. They got up for what they got.
Yeah.
Right? it's that type of vibe.
Is that that type of vibe, bro? And because what happened is they know you're not from there.
They know you from that. Yeah, they know you from that.
Like,
You don't know what's going
law
on.
of the land.
You don't know the
They
law
gonna
of the
try to
land.
take advantage of it.
Yeah, they be doing
But
that.
in the same breath, you do have some good college. Bro, when I was in Mexico, my team was second to none, bro. I was right on the Mexican border in Arizona. So if I'm right here, I'm in Mexico. If I go this way, I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
So those dudes went back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
They used to take us over there. We'd go eat. We'd eat. Bro, man, my teammates took care of me.
Yeah.
One particular night, bro, me and my American teammates go out. And we not with our Mexican teammates. So the bartender comes up. You know how it is over here. You say to the bartender, they like, yo, what you want? Or, you know, you can give them a 20.
Yeah.
They going to come back to you, give you your change, wait on you to tip them. Yeah. Man, one of my teammates told him the kind of drink he want. Bruh, I promise you, I don't know if he had on the disguise. When you see that nigga no more that night, he got down on him. And I was like, you know.
They snatched him up?
No. They took his money.
Oh, yeah.
Bartender came like, what you want?
Yeah.
He like, I want a da-da-da.
Yeah.
Gave him the money. He gone.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't seen me. Huh?
Was it American money?
No, you changed your own. Yeah.
Peso, baby. Yeah, listen, I want some of that Base sweet.
Come on, man.
Okay, I bet.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Then another time, another dude came back.
Like that, though, man.
Another time, the dude came back. He said, 80 pesos. And my teammate like make 20. He like, bruh, I just brought this drink 5 minutes ago. It was siete.
Right.
How I go from that to 20.
Right.
So my teammate told him, get the fuck on, man. And dude was like, come on.
Right.
My teammate was like, okay, he trying to run a game on me. And dude ain't do nothing. He walked away. He smiled like, oh, man, almost had. But that's normal over there, how they get down, bro. If they know you don't know what you're doing,
You try to step over.
yeah.
And they want to be hot.
Yeah.
Actually, I went over there doing a career, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, man, like they was making tequila in the back. You go shop and stuff. All that, man, they making tequila in the back. I got some too. I brought some.
No doubt. No doubt.
That tequila I had.
Yeah.
They said Patron ain't nothing.
Oh no, Patron is Patron.
I
call it Pat Ron.
Yeah,
Pat
right.
Ron.
That's garbage.
We were sponsored. The owner of the team when I was in Mexico somehow we had some kind of link with. The Cape is a Mexican beer, strong than a motherfucker. So we won.
It sounds strong.
We won.
You showed us some of that other right?
Yeah. We won the chip when I was over there in Mexico. And
I'm sorry, anything Mexico.
Mexico, Israel. Shit, I have to look through about 7, 8 different countries. But so you know, we at the owner's house, his house that he have in Mexico, because he got another one in Arizona, but it's about an hour and a half away. In Mexico, we celebrate, get back, we kick it at his house. So this month, now it was in a Patron bottle.
That's how he moved it.
It was like light gold, bro. It had about 3 or 4 of them little worms at the bottom of that motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eat the worm. I couldn't do it.
Listen, man.
I ain't want the worm.
Listen. So we take a shot. I hope if you're watching Lorenzo Wade. I shot Lorenzo, man.
Renzo, what's that?
Lorenzo played at San Diego State.
Okay.
He might have been there a little bit before Kawhi.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, Leonard.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Lorenzo Wade ingests the worm. So we all having fun. We kicking it. We drinking. We doing stuff. Renzo comes to me and say, "Hey man, we gotta go." I'm like, "What you talking about? We have He said, "Hey, I gotta go." This how he started. This how he started the sentence. He says, "Don't laugh at me, bro." And when the nigga started the sentence off like that, he said, "Don't laugh at me, bro." He says, "A black cat just ran across my face." He adjusted that warrant. I said, "Hey man, we got to get a taxi. I gotta get Cuz home, man. We gotta get back to where we stay."
That worm do though, man. That stuff is that'll tear you up. Man, real quick though, because he down at the bottom like all that soap.
Yeah. So man,
I know people eating that. Eating that worm.
Through an 8-pound orange basketball, I got to travel the world. I got an education from a prestigious blue blood school. I was able to do some things and go some places that people would dream of.
Never go.
And
never
it all was because of basketball. So it's been good to me, and it gave to me. I could go anywhere and coach.
Yeah, you can. I told you can still go play.
Maybe I don't want
to.
to
Over there right now. Overseas, the white over there playing right now.
The white playing right now. But I dedicated myself to it, and it was good to me. I'm cool with being retired because of this. So when I was in last time I was in Turkey, man, my at that time my son was about 3. And so he getting older, you know. I call him on the phone, and he's like, "You know, Daddy, when you coming home?" And I hit me with the, "I'll be there in a little bit." And he like, "Okay."
Knowing you on the way.
Yeah, he not knowing. He don't know where I'm at. He just know that Dad here for 2 or 3 months, and then Dad be gone. He don't know what I do.
No, it wasn't.
And so one time in particular, though, "Daddy, when you gonna be home?" I'm like, "I'll be there in a little bit." He hit me with it. "You said that the last time." And it pulled at my heartstrings, and I was like, "I got to be home for my baby." And so all that link into, bruh, the championship that we won this year, the success I've had on and off the floor.
Yeah.
Anything that I've ever done has required sacrifice.
Real talk.
You don't get what you want out of life. Get what you are. And if you don't sacrifice for what you want, you get nothing.
No, I respect that, man.
You gotta be willing to sacrifice.
Let me say this too, though, because I respect that. When I was, same thing what made me change my whole lifetime. Like I was actually, I was rapping on the road, this tour of
Yeah.
I just had my son, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy living on the road. They need to hold me back time of my life.
Yeah.
But it was like, man, you know, he used to always, I just had my son and my daughter, and you know what I'm saying, they were always, they were babies, like 2 and 4. Like, yeah, you know, we looking for you. And it's like, yeah, as much as you want to be out there doing what you're doing, right, and enjoying, and unfortunately, I didn't have my father when I was young like that, so I'm like, man, I know that feeling. I'm going to go ahead and go home, man. It was the best decision in life. So that resonated with me when you said that. I mean, it's like, man, you know what?
Somebody that can't do anything for themselves, that is complete, that adores the ground you walk on, is dependent on you. And see, my son, I was making decent money at that time.
I know.
And I was making sure that everything was good.
Sit back. I got y'all.
But he didn't. Watch this. He didn't need my presence. He needed my presence. He needed me. He didn't need the shit that I was gonna buy him. He didn't need that. Where my daddy at?
Right.
So that made me say, you know what? The love that I have for him, I'm willing to sacrifice and hang it up early. I didn't want to.
I know.
But he needed me, man. My son needed me.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was deep right there. A lot of times I don't even think of it like that. And you know what I'm saying? I know he watching you, especially watching you now. It's just everything that is transpired and what you just did this year.
Man, my baby boy was there with me on E-course game. Your kids was there too, wasn't they, Jakes?
Yeah.
And the E-course game, and me and him was sitting there, and we were talking and you know, playing at Michigan State and showing him the banners that I hung and walking around because so much has changed. And just for him to be in that environment and in that atmosphere and then seeing me and doing what I do.
Come on,
I'm a fan of exposure, bro. And so at the least, I feel he's gonna go do something with basketball because he's been exposed to that. Right. I talked to Day. He know who Marquise is. He know who Mo Pete is. Mo Pete signed 2 basketball cards. He know who Antonio Smith is. I just had him around Uncle Dre, Andre Rising. Fad Mo.
Yeah.
He know who C High is. He know who that guy. So he's exposed to all that. And I'm a fan of exposure.
That's the best. And sometimes that's the best thing that you can do. Look at all of the athletes' sons. Even like I know C High was talking about his son playing. Look at K-Toe boy out there getting to it, right? Getting busy, right? Yeah, like that's the next vibe coming in. But it was because of what they was exposed to.
Then I turned it off. I'm on here fucking up stuff, y'all.
You all good.
Jakes, did you get that text?
Yeah.
Okay. You need some money. They did. Okay. I need to. Look, I happen to look down. I don't know how long it's been there.
Don't worry about it.
Is it okay if we re-up?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah. No. And we can definitely do that. I know you got a lot of folks chiming in. I want to see all the lines going on YouTube, Facebook.
See it, man.
The
love is much appreciated.
I'm
trying to tell you that's a vibe though, man. For one man, everybody proud. They appreciate it. Y'all bring that reverence back.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna if y'all want to bring the young boys or something in next time for some class, whatever.
Shout out to Ronnie Jenkins, man. My JV / big brother / homeboy / friend / I got him here with me, man.
Shout out to Ronnie.
I called this Negro at 5:15, 5:20
today.
And me and him talk at 9 in the morning. I meant to tell him about this in the morning. And the kind of person that he is, I said, "What you doing, man?"
Yeah.
I said, "I forgot to tell you."
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
I want you to be here with me. I don't want, it's not a me thing.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We did this. And he said, "Man, I'm on my way."
See that's a real, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it takes some real ones nowadays, man. Unfortunately nowadays, man, you don't got a lot of real ones around.
And I mean, I'm saying this so cliche, but keep those squares out your circle.
That is easy money.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? I always tell my kids,
that's your
stay around like-minded people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to continue to motivate you to keep. You know what I'm saying? Not yes, man. I don't want nobody that's saying that everything you do is right. Oh,
No, it ain't.
and that's what we feed into them young boys now.
Something I got from Mike, he did a whole lot. Look, Mike would say, "What you think?" In the game, in the huddle, when I was his assistant.
Yeah.
See, people see the head coach now. I was an assistant for no pay for 6 years.
The sacrifice. People won't even do that.
No.
People be.
I paid pretty much the coach. We was traveling doing stuff in the summer. I helped Mike pay for stuff. Me, Mike, at the time, Coach DeMarcus Moses. Shouts out to D. Moses too. made sure that when I became the head guy, hey, what you think? We watched film and I saw X, Y, and Z. How you think we should defend this? Because I want to make sure that my coaches know that I value ultimately the decisions of the people. This is a collective effort, bro.
Come on.
There is no state title this year without my assistance.
Let's harp on this, right? You know what I'm saying? It's always talking about folks in the front.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't got the situation in the back end, man, you ain't
It don't
got
happen,
nothing,
bro.
man. You ain't gonna get nowhere.
It don't
man.
happen.
And that's where folks gotta learn. Folks that's in positions. It don't matter. Like everybody play a part. Like we always talk about a car, the engine. Everybody talk about the engine.
Yeah. Come on.
Right? Like we start over.
Yeah. 350 big block.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
350 big block.
But shit, if I ain't had no key, I couldn't turn them up at all.
I couldn't tell you. Look, I ain't had no doors. I ain't had no doors in the hood. This ain't even street legal.
Right.
So
You know what I'm
everything works together. Like you just said, that car. No matter how beautiful that car is, it can have a 350 big block,
Sub,
candy paint. It can have
Lambo dog, all that stuff.
But if it ain't got gas in that motherfucker, it ain't gonna move.
It ain't going nowhere, right? That be the thing.
I'm the car. They the gas.
Come on. Come on.
I can't
Come on, bro.
move and do what I do without them.
Now, y'all boy 93.
93.
Y'all boy 93. I'm telling you.
Like Charlie said, man, shout out to Coach Spence.
Spence.
You got
Charlie Harris.
who's a legend.
Who's a legend in his own right. You know, shout out to Charlie Harris.
Then you got Buddy, who's
young,
relate to the kids.
Darrell Brown.
Y'all bringing the young boys in?
You know what I'm saying? Man, he jokes with them, but at the same time, he
Everybody.
also can be like, look here, look. You know what I'm saying? He cut into
Pull
him.
him to the side.
Yeah, you know, he'll cut into him like, you know what I'm saying?
So look, this how cold it is. This how deep it runs. Spencer Eason is the elder statesman. So Spencer Eason coached me. He coached Henry Jamerson, who my best friend. Me and him been knowing each other. He was my high school teammate since third grade. He's on my staff. And you got Darrell Brown, we call him Buddy. He's on the staff. And then you got Eric Cooper, who was on the back-to-back championship team with Monte Morris, remember? Then you got Ronnie Jenkins. There's a legend of his own, right? Come on, stand out in the 90s.
Come on.
And all of us were coached by Spencer Eason.
See? Y'all got that.
And then you bring a different dynamic, another elder statesman who is a legend in his own right, Charlie Harris. And so it's my coaching staff. So those are the guys who I depend on. And those are the guys who I look to. If I'm running something, bro, we was in the game, the championship game. At the time, one of my players was boneheaded shit. I went to a press. Charlie Harris he said, "Please, get out of that, man."
OG said,
he said, "Man, get out of that, man. Go back to man, bro, because he killing us." We went back to it every time I came. Before I could even get to the kid who was messing up. Before I could even get to the kid who was messing up, trying to tell me, what the hell you doing, man? But that's how, because what happens is they're always always, but that go along with the territory.
It's crazy though.
And so
it's always you
always
riding
I'm
them though.
tear them down.
Yeah.
Build them up.
You know what I'm saying?
But then that's where you come in.
Don't listen
Everybody,
don't listen to how he's saying and listen to what he's saying.
yeah.
Don't listen
And they
to
need that though. Some of them gonna relate to that.
the ones who are mentally tough gonna respond.
You challenge them.
Because you challenge them. And what I'm gonna be myself for a second. I don't care what nobody says. A young man in this age in society needs to be challenged.
You better be challenged.
Because life is gonna challenge you way worse than I am.
Real talk. And I'm only preparing you.
And see the thing outside of this. See, I love you.
Yeah. Real talk. Genuine love.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love your kid like it was my kid. So I won't treat them like my kid.
That's right.
When my kid does something that he's supposed to do,
Come on.
praise him.
That's right.
When he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, I put my foot in his ass.
Real quick.
Most parents say they're okay with that, but they really not.
Until they see it in action.
Until they see it in action. Because I'm gonna rip you.
Yeah.
I'm cut from Mose Lacey.
Yeah.
I'm cut from Tony Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm cut from Tom Izzo.
Come on.
They ain't hold no punches.
That's legendary.
Tom Izzo said, "Hey man, probably the reason why you in shape because you don't work fucking hard enough."
Right. Serious about it.
And was serious. So I'm cut from that. I'm not gonna hold no punches with you. I'm going to coach you.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not looking at who you are right now. I'm looking at that young man that's gonna come in my gym with his kids to a game and say, I played for him. That's the banner that we hung right there. I remember back in 2023 when X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Yeah, like how we was reminiscing about
all the folks back there.
That's how they gonna be, reminiscing and referencing 15, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be old people out here.
Tom
They're coming up now.
Tom Izzo, and at the time he was sagging off, standout guy. He was coming in, Draymond Green. Fucking fat piece of shit. He ripped him. Yeah. He one of the top players, bro. He one of the top players in the country. Yeah. He ripped him.
Yeah.
No, I don't care if he's a top player. See, that's the thing. Sometimes, and I got this from Iz. Sometimes I want y'all to be more successful than you want it for yourself. But I can't. If I could go to the Walmart right now and go down the aisle and buy you a pint of success, I care about you that much. I'll do that for you, bro. The reality is I can't do that.
It don't work like that.
So I got to push you to that. So it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be pretty all the time. But I guarantee 2 things. You're gonna be ready for life's trials and tribulations. You're gonna be ready to go play at the next level. 3 things. And you're gonna be in contention to win the state title if you play football.
Oh man. No, I think that is well respect, man. I appreciate that, man. It take a level of care and like I want y'all brothers to come on. It's like, man, the thing is, they need to hear it. Like you was talking about, you might be a bad guy. They hear it from me all day long.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
You just need to
I'm like, yeah, man, listen, man. And they think I'm just
I don't know
bragging.
why it's like that. Because I used to be like, man, my dad tripping.
Yeah.
Coaches say the same shit. My dad was like. So I don't know what it is about a young man to where
I know. You was young too.
Yeah. I remember. I was
trying to hear all this.
I don't want to hear that shit.
It's crazy because I'm right now. My kid just had like running back.
Your son?
Yes.
Okay.
Named Marion G.
Yes.
It eats at me.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dude, you just not understanding.
No, just don't want to get it.
What it takes to be great. You know what I'm saying? I always had to saying, you know what I'm saying, eventually hard work becomes easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it become easy.
If you keep doing it, I mean, it's gonna be easy. Eventually, you're gonna wake up every day like, okay, well, I'm gonna run this 6 miles.
Second nature.
About 2 years ago, man, my son Lance told me I was trash. He said, you didn't, you played in college. You played a little time in the league, but if you was really that good, then you would have stuck there the whole time.
Right.
That's how they
He said that. So I had to go back at him. I said, Negro, you better hope that God lets you get to work to do what I've been able to do. And you can't talk if you ain't done nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got, but, and I'm saying that to say this: in their mind, you just dad. You know what I'm saying? You just dad.
As much as you know what I'm saying, I
As
be
much
hating that my son play football. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm just dad,
that sort of stuff. But like I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what? That's how they grow up. Okay, but later on in life, they come back to you. Like, you know what? I appreciate what you did.
And see, one of my prayers is that because I lost my father at a young age, so it happened to be the best of times and the worst of times, and it all happened at the same time.
That's right.
So my biological father passed away when I was 16 years old, and what happened was at the same time when he passed away.
We about to roll it down for you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. At the same time when he passed away, it was I committed to Michigan State.
I know that had to be hard.
So the guy,
but it was bittersweet, huh?
Bittersweet. So I'm gonna bring you full circle. Mm-hmm. So I commit to Michigan State. My father passes away. Now my father wasn't a guy that was like, you know, a sperm donor.
He's all in.
He was there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The athleticism, the way I'm able to speak and articulate my thoughts, the way I talk, and the way I speak, that's him. Yeah. It comes from him. Exactly. So when he passed away, and then having to go into college and deal with this stuff, my spirit was still broken. My heart was still broken because I never processed it all the way. And eventually, one of the ways that stress and pain and anxiety shows up, it shows up in your body. So the injuries that I experienced, now in retrospect, I believe I experienced those because I had never dealt with his death. And people call and check on you and they say, how you doing? But they're not coming from a genuine place of care. They're really coming from a place of, hey, how you doing? I get tickets to the game. You understand me? So they want something from you. They're not coming at you like, yo, man, you need somebody to talk. No, so I didn't deal with that in the proper manner. At the time, the chick that I was dating, we were on foolishness. Young, just young and going through what I think is life, but really looking back at it, it was detrimental. Because see, one of the things that my father told me was, and this was when he was healthy a long time before he passed, but he said, when I got curious about sex, about 13, 14, and he said, my daddy said, you know, I've been your age before, and I know what it's like when it get hard, and you're just looking for somewhere to stick it. He said, be careful what woman you give your seed to, because that's going to have a lot to do with the success that you have in life.
I wish that was in that today.
So I'm
be going through.
And so I can sit here in retrospect and almost 40 years old and remember these stuff that he would bring it put it right where I could understand it, man.
That's right.
And so when he died, it was like, what now?
Yeah,
I'm about to go. I'm top player in the country. Yeah. The top player in the state. I finished fourth in Mr. Basketball. So, yeah, I got all this stuff going on, but nigga, my dad gone. Fuck this shit. I don't care about this.
It's a big part of me.
Big, bro. So, freshman year, get to college, injury. Try to come back, try to rush back too fast. That injury. Now I got a red shirt. Red shirt pretty much mean that I'm gonna sit out. I mean, I'm gonna sit out the year, but I'm going to get that year back.
You don't count against you.
Don't count against you. So
it'd be like
just man, hell, probably my fourth year of playing pro. I actually had a deep soul cleansing cry.
You needed to get that up.
You needed it because I didn't get a chance. I was so busy with class. I wasn't the best academically. So in my first 2 years in college, I had a full schedule. We lift at 5:30, or we lift at 6 a.m. Freshmen got to be there at 5:30. 5:30 to pretty much 7:15. You got breakfast. I know you got lifting. 7:30 to about 7:45 is breakfast. 8 o'clock to 10:20. That's one class. 11:40. Get a break from 10:20 to 12:40. 11:40. 11:40 to about 12:40. That's another class. From 12:40 to 2. That's another class. Practice start at about 3:30. Get to the gym at about 2:30. Practice. After you're done practicing for 3.5 hours, hard. I'm talking about hard, bro. Going hard for 3.5 hours. And then you get done with that and you get to take a shower in this training table, and that's pretty much it. You eat, and then you got about an hour off, and then you got to come back for film. And then after you're done with film, you got to go to the academic center because you might have to pay. For 2 years straight, I did that, bro. That was my schedule every day. So I didn't have time to process that.
Right.
And at the same time, I lost him. I lost a cousin. I lost Nico. Hey, what's up, baby? I see you.
Shout out to the family.
So
that do be hard.
So all of that stuff transpired. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to mourn and to do nothing. I gotta be about this thing. Okay. So and all that stuff transpired and all that stuff happened. And then you finally do exhale and you realize, damn, all this time that went by and where my dad at? I ain't never saw my daddy grave. Where did I do with his obituary? And it hit you like, boom. And I would consider myself mentally tough. I would consider myself physically tough. But every once in a while, bro, especially as men, because we taught as little boys, big boys don't cry.
I know.
My dad told something else. He told me. That's about my dad. Something else my daddy told me, man. She said, "Feel with their hands, bro." Said, "Men feel with their hands." He told me that, but what he didn't tell me was it's okay to have the feeling. You just can't react off the feeling. Because that's what separates us from the difference between you and this candle. If I took this candle up on the roof and dropped it, it ain't gonna say nothing. If I took you up to the roof and dropped you, you're gonna say, "What the?" That feelings. So most men have never been taught how to articulate or to deal with their feelings.
So I think society kind of.
Because you got to be tough and rough, and then I'm all over the place right now, I know, but you got to be rough and tough and do this, that, and the third, and then you get with a woman and she say, "How do you feel?" Let's get off me. I don't know how. I don't know how. What you mean feel? I don't feel nothing, but I really do love you. Come here. Yeah. You mean do I love you? So no. I had to learn how to process some of the emotions.
Man, I think I
still be solid. No, not solid. Still perform at a high level.
Okay.
See, most men operate from performance based.
Mm-hmm.
You do this, you love doing this because they respond to you. The people in the chat, they respond. Way to go, bro. Do what you. So some of men, what we do is based on some of the performances and the things that we do is based on response. Mm-hmm. That's how we wired them. That's how God wired us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you think about God, God tell you how He wants you to praise Him. You turn with thanksgiving, praise. Mm-hmm. Tell me you love me. Right. Tell me how much I mean to you. Tell me that I'm the only one true God and that before me there's no other. Well, we made it in his likeness.
Come on now.
That's why when we get validated from the standpoint of talking back to you, you're really good at that. It does something to us. It makes us want. If I'm carrying in groceries and I get one bag and I'm tired, but if my wife or my daughter say, "Daddy's so strong," now I can grab 4 more bags. So I'm talking about how we are wired. Whereas in the opposite,
I think my daughter be doing that
on purpose. Yeah, come on.
Come get these bags.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it. But so most of us are performers, and it's not until you get older. I'm gonna say it. Until you get mature emotionally, that you understand and realize is that people who really love you, I ain't gotta perform. You see, Clark Kent was really Superman. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Clark Kent was really Superman. Everybody wanted Superman, but when he got done being Superman, he had to go be Clark Kent. What am I saying? He's a regular person. He's a regular person. And that's what we are as men. We regular people. I got the same emotions, thoughts, and feelings that my wife has. I just express them different. So when I veered off a little bit, my bad. So going through all of that stuff has made me a better coach. Has made me a better leader. Because if I remember correctly, Jesus said he was a kinsman redeemer. And kinsman redeemer pretty much mean that I sat where you sat. I sympathize with you. I understand what you're going through. So the kids that I deal with that's coming up and dealing with the loss of love, that's dealing with drugs, guns, and violence, dealing with watching their friends die, having to put their friends in a casket and go to the casket and do they little
libation.
Yeah, and dude, I've experienced that. So it's made me a better father. It's made me a better husband. Made me a better leader. So once again, I always try to operate from love. I try to operate from understanding. I try to operate from peace. I try to operate my life in the sense of gratitude. Really, it's not. I don't have to. I get to. And when you start looking at stuff like that, it helps you. It changes your perspective.
I think it's showing you as a man, though. That's coming full circle.
Full circle. And that's the full circle moment. That's the full circle moment. I'm able to sympathize with you. I'm able to say, humble enough to say, it's not me, it's we. We won the championship. We won Coach of the Year.
Come on.
I'm just the face. I'm just the vessel that God chose to put in the forefront. But I'm not stupid enough to think that is me.
I respect that all.
Hell, even Jesus had 12, and he had 3 in the inner circle. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. No, I think that was very profound, man. I think man, that shows growth.
Yeah.
Humility. A lot of times, man, you know, as men, we feel like we just gotta be the strongest and doing everything out here.
Yeah.
But when you can humbly say, like, man, you know, I ain't gotta do it on my own.
I ain't gotta do it on my own.
Spread this out, right? We're gonna make an impact.
We're gonna spread it out.
Level.
And then I'm gonna pray to God for wisdom and for strength, bro.
You got to, man.
Pray for strength.
Yeah, you gonna need that.
Man, my vow, my thing with God is I go through whatever it is you have me go through. Just give me strength.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
Whatever I gotta go through. You might see my head down for a second. I might feel a moment of despair or depression or feeling nada, but I'm gonna pick my head up. Let's go. Let's get it.
Get back to
Let's get it. It's a beautiful life. Life's a beautiful bitch.
Yes, yeah. Exactly that. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I be wondering, like, I don't know how we can do this.
Hey, man.
I just,
I'm reading the same verse.
that's deep.
I'm reading the verse right now. Scripture.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the scripture is exactly what you're talking about right now.
So where 2 or 3 or more are gathered.
Come on.
There I am. y'all got me over here preaching.
Yeah, right. I'm about to say, after you had the coach up there, you might go ahead. You might be every grade. Nah, you could definitely know, man. I think though. Oh man, I appreciate this. This was actually just like this is more than just a conversation, man. I think this is like spiritual healing. Yeah, like man, a lot of things that were said tonight, man. I needed to hear just personally, right? Just,
No doubt.
Just in general, but I think just the synergy of the conversation, the vibe, right? We are different in our spirit, and also folks that's on the line, man. They, you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of activity going on, man.
Nobody online, no matter how much, no matter what kind of car you drive, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter if you're black, white, orange, brown, pretty, ugly, skinny, fat, rich, poor, whatever you are, there's something in your life that you have struggles with.
Right.
So I don't want anyone, don't put me on the pedestal. I'm not that guy. I want you to know that I'm like you, and I struggle, and I have my vices, and I have stuff that's wrong with me, and it's okay. Because there's no one that he used that had everything together. David was a whoremonger, bro.
Yeah, you know, he went down there and got my man's wife.
Uriah.
Right.
Uriah.
My man
Put him on the front line to die.
Knew what time it was.
Everybody that he ever used, something was wrong with. Moses stuttered.
Yeah, Moses did stutter. David
was a whoremonger. Elijah cried all the time. He whined all the time. Right. Job was schizophrenic. So
that's a pig. There's some pigs right there.
right.
No, something was wrong with Peter. Cussed. Peter cussed. Peter was the one that was like, "Hey, man."
Peter was the one.
He said, "Peter said, how you gonna be with Jesus for 3 years and have a sword?" Yeah. And they chopped that nigga ear off.
Peter was in the street.
Peter was the one. And so, no, man, I'm joking, I'm playing, and I like to bring it to life, but and just because there's something wrong with you, just because that you don't have it all together, just because you're not everything that you envision yourself to be at whatever stage and age or gender or whatever it is, don't mean he can't use you. And if you need an example, look at me. I don't have it all together, but he put me in this position. He put me in this position. Not for me, so that I can do his work. That's it. Change lives. The state championship is a byproduct of changing lives, and that's what I operate from. That's what I'm about.
So, I think, man, this was a special session.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Words of wisdom, brother.
I appreciate that, man. No doubt.
Much love, much respect. Super proud, man. Yeah. Much love, much respect. We super proud. Him and the brother, man, for doing what they doing about young people.
Once again, shouts out to Ronnie Jenkins, man, Coach Jenkins. I tried to emulate this Negro and how he shot, man. That's how much he was. That's how dope he was to me, bro. Huh? No, he had a funky jump shot though. He used to. So most people got no. It was a side shot. It was a side shot, but it was so pretty because after he got done shooting, he would go from here and then he'd do that. I don't know, I emulated that shot in Little League, and Spencer Eason was like, "Man, don't shoot like that. Don't do that, man." I can't say what he really said to me. Just let Coach Spence tell it. He ain't never said nothing bad to none of us kids. So, you know, that's the story, and we're gonna stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, he gave a real.
Yeah.
But I think, man, this is very welcome, very warranted. Yeah, like, too, man, y'all gonna be the reason why these young people are gonna be great. not just at basketball, but in life.
Yeah.
That's what we want out of it, man. So I appreciate y'all, man, for doing the work.
Appreciate you.
A lot of boys don't come back and do the groundwork like this.
No doubt.
I'm just saying it take a lot. It take on a day-to-day basis.
And the pay ain't everything either.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't even about the pay. It's about the impact you make.
It ain't about the pay. The pay and the money. Again, doing the work.
It's on the way.
What do you say? They say the harvest is plentiful, but the labors are few.
And you see it though.
And you see it.
Gotta do like 2 different things out here, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be the coach, the mentor, father, teacher. Right. Uber,
everything.
Hey,
Babysitter.
disciplinary.
Disciplinary.
I was gonna say like, man, ain't no breaks, man. But man, all that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, my son been going back and forth on some stuff right now. He broke his leg. So he feel, he feel some type of way. He wrestled and play football. And so, man, I'm trying to motivate him because it's a mental issue. Man.
Yep.
Mental, man.
All injuries are mental.
My son, bro, he broke his ankle
Yeah.
before last. So
I
it's
think
like,
the
and he
injuries,
had
man.
fought so hard to get on the field.
Every time
That's what he on.
when you-
I've been working. I've been doing all this stuff.
and it's discouraging. Every time when you have a season-ending injury, you have to go deep within yourself.
Yeah.
That's
To
right,
get to not just to get ahead, but to get back to where you were.
bro. Real talk.
Everybody else is spending the summer getting better,
Mm-hmm.
getting stronger.
Yeah.
You got to spend the summer rehabbing. So that means
like you playing catch up.
You playing catch up.
You trying to get
Yes,
back
it
to
is.
just
It's-
your old
it's
self.
tough.
Yeah, that's what
It's
he.
You know what I'm saying? Not building.
Not building.
Yeah.
Just trying to get back to being you, to where
Right.
you feel comfortable and confident
Yeah.
pushing off or jumping or getting hit on that same leg, and then you're not mentally freaking out because you think that, oh man, I got hit, it's gonna break again.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what it. That's a real thing, though, and I feel it.
It is.
It's just like, man, but you got to persevere, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to work through this. So,
What would life be without trials and tribulations and perseverance?
and what don't kill you make you stronger. So,
OG Frankie Beverly said you gotta have both.
mhm.
You gotta have joy and pain.
Yeah,
You gotta have some sunshine and some rain.
yeah. It don't work. That's the balance.
That's
You know,
the
the hot teacher.
Now you, my man. You
Yeah.
talking the balance.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Balance. You gotta
Ain't no,
have balance.
ain't no good without the bad.
Ain't no avoiding it.
It ain't no good. You can't.
You ain't gonna
They say you can't.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So you can't get around it. You can't get over it.
Yeah,
You can't get beneath it.
yeah.
You gotta go through it.
Go through it.
You gotta go through it.
Go through it.
That's
And I definitely, man. And we gonna run this back too, man.
right,
Next time we
man.
gonna-
Whenever
we
you're
gonna
ready,
run-
man. We gotta get Ron in the seat,
We
man.
gonna bring Ronnie in the seat,
gotta
man.
get Ronnie in the
Next
seat.
time you're on the hot seat, man.
Already.
If y'all want to bring some of y'all in and kind of talk about your feelings,
Mhm.
what's the next step, who coming in, right?
Okay,
With
yeah.
the new recruit.
Look, I'm gonna be real
Yeah.
with you. Bringing them young boys ain't gonna be hard. They be so sick of us during the season. They don't want to see us till they got to. So you know what I'm saying? If I try to have them come do something or this, that, and the third, they like, all right, well, I got X, Y, Z. And I need it. 'Cause they think that what they think is I'm gonna have them come do this, and then after that I'm gonna put them away, which I probably will.
We'll run some
But
money.
it's only for your good.
Right.
It's only for your good. So,
Nah, man.
but I try to get my whole coaching staff.
Yeah, let's get
Whole
this.
coaching staff.
Even if y'all we bring, some of the old school players that we was talking about.
Those guys.
Y'all young brothers, right? Bring in some of them seasoned brothers.
Drinks,
in.
what you 40? You just turned 43. Yeah,
It's a mindset thing. Too.
no doubt it's a mindset. But listen, this is how I look at it, bro. And my man, Dr. Eric Thomas, put it in this. He said about 15,000, some fucking 30 and 15,500 about 30 hours. That's what you got left, bro. If you 40 or you 50 or something, that's equivalent to 50 years. I guarantee you, none of us going to be here in the next 100 years. So if I know that my time is limited, I'm not going to spend my energy, time, effort, focus on bull. I'm going to live life. I'm going to love, forgive. I'm going to laugh, cry, hug, reminisce, all of it.
I respect that. You ain't lying. Damn, that's what you respect.
Yeah, you don't have this. And quick story before we get out of here. So the night before we won the championship, I had a team meeting in my room because we were in a hotel.
Yeah.
So we were in the hotel trying to have a team meeting. Guys were being a little too, hotel. They having fun. So tried to get them to stop talking. They won't stop talking. Coach Ben said, "Go get y'all shoes. Meet us in the parking lot."
Right now.
The team looked at me. I said, "I don't know what y'all looking at me for. Go get your shoes."
Right.
We ran them in the parking lot. The night before the game. And then we got back to the room. I said something that made the room go silent. And I said, "I don't know if y'all understand this or not." I said, "I'm going to be real with you. And it's going to be a gut punch to some of y'all. You're trying to build a lifetime of memories. The reality is everybody in this room in the next 20, 30 years, some guys ain't going to be here. And when we had our reunion to talk about the 2023 championship, all you're going to have is memories. If you go mess it up and jack it off because you refuse to be focused, that's going to be a memory that you got to live with. In the room when you could hear a mouse piss on cotton. Now that's quiet.
That's kind of hurtful to hear. But that's the reality.
The focus. Started with our leaders. It started.
Come on now.
Those guys, I'm forever indebted to them. The Robert Lees, hell, even the year before the Robert Lees, the Carmelo Harris's, the James Cummings, the Jalen Townsends, even as much as he got on my nerves, Kevin Tiggs Jr.'s. I'm indebted to those guys because we built something.
So Tig boys? Tig boys?
Kevin Tiggs Jr. was my starting power forward.
Really? Where Tiggs at right now?
Okay. He coaching that one.
I love to see how these boys is coming up.
He's a grown man now. I remember when that Negro was a freshman. Man. He was a freshman, and now he's a grown man. He about to graduate, go off to college, and do stuff. So, like I said, I'm forever indebted to him. We did something together.
Yeah.
Nobody can take away from us. I'm forever indebted to my coaching staff because we did something together that nobody can ever take away from us. I'm forever indebted to my wife, even before this and behind this, because I said this on camera, bro. I'm not the average guy. I'm not the 9 to 5 and come home and let's eat dinner as a family, honey. I'm not that guy. I'm coming in for a second. Hey, everybody all right? Love you. I'm out. I gotta go. I gotta go. And so, I know it can be a lot. That's out to Cecily, my baby.
I respect that, man. Oh man, I appreciate, man, you coming in and
one more before we get out of here, man. I'm forever indebted to my mother, man, Rebecca Gray. I know I didn't mention her a lot on this, is because my mom don't like all that. She ain't with all that, but
she gave you that spiritual shit.
Yeah, she gave her and my dad. I watched my mom go through some tough shit, and she ain't break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I watched my mama grind,
Yeah.
And also, but now in retrospect, now that I'm older, and most of us don't want to admit this. I watch her struggle. I watch her make some wrong decisions. So it has an effect on how I operate.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched her grind and fight, and so shouts out to her. She did an amazing job. Still active in my life, man. Still active in my life and my brother's lives, to where she making sure that my grandbaby's okay.
They better be.
Yeah, they better be. You know what? Don't take her. Bring my brother. You know what I'm saying? Bring him over here. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out and love her, man. Back. Just man, support is so important. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, church family. It's just so important to have a good support system. And once again, bro, I'm grateful, man. Because there's no different from me and the person that's walking North Saginaw.
That is right.
They're before the grace of God go on.
That's right. That could have easily been the situation. It definitely could have been.
So,
but he used you, man. So man, there you have it, man. You got the man, the myth, the legend. You're a legend now, bro. Right?
I guess.
Being the player of the year.
Long as I love to live. So long as I'm a living legend, I can be that.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I don't want to be a legend that ain't around no more. Look, I want to meet Jesus, but not right now.
There we go, man. But your spirit gonna live forever.
No doubt.
I ain't even tripping. Like one day, man, it's gonna be that. Man, we'll be here.
Oh yeah. That's just what it is. It's only one way to leave.
Yeah,
but you still ain't ready to go yet.
I ain't ready to go. I ain't going nowhere.
Look it's only bro ready to go.
It's only one way. It's only one way out.
No,
it's all good. We gonna get on. Yeah, we gonna get on.
White birthday.
Yeah, it is. Yep. We gonna get down, man. We gonna get down, man. I appreciate you for having me, man.
I appreciate you coming.
Appreciate it, bro.
Man,
I appreciate the hospitality.
Always, man. Y'all more than welcome. Y'all more than welcome to come up to the spot anytime.
Yes, sir.
And like when y'all schedule permits, like maybe in the next week y'all got some time.
Yep.
Maybe y'all got an hour or something, man.
Work it out, man.
They need to hear this.
Yeah, we gonna work it out.
8:20. You get there by 8:20 in the morning.
8:20 in the morning.
It had to be on one of my days.
It had to be on the.
But I'll let you know.
Yeah. You call me, text me, let me know, and we'll put it together.
It'll be a Thursday for me.
Let's do it next Thursday.
I can take a day.
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna text you next Thursday. And y'all confirm it.
Yeah,
confirm it.
That'll work.
There you go. All right, man. You heard it first, man. The boys be watching, so they
do.
They be. I know they're gonna be geeked up tomorrow and talking about all this other stuff. You know they be excited about this type of vibe. And they were talking about y'all doing the game and stuff, so they all on their tip.
They be tripping. The most of the kids be tripping because most of my coaching staff, we all have them J's while we coaching. We got on the slacks in the J's, so the kids be like, "Man, you see?" And they be like, why y'all wearing them? Y'all ain't that good. Like, bro, I was wearing J's in the 90s when we wasn't born, you know what I'm saying?
They must forget.
Why can't we look?
Yeah, why can't I?
Hey, y'all got a vibe out there though, but
they don't really know nothing about them original Air Force Ones.
Come on, man. The ones that was $65.
Yeah, come on. How about 160?
No,
you got gun.
Man.
There you have it, man. We had a phenomenal session. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and share.
Yes,
all right, man. Big shout out to Marquise Gray. Big shout out to the whole team.
Thanks for coming out.
Man, make sure you go ahead and tap in when you see them out there in the community, right?
No doubt. I am not a guy that won't come that act like I'm too good. You see me speak, man. Yeah. Don't act like I'm a dinosaur. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me speak.
I heard that. Lift them up. Go holler at them. They're going for that repeat, right?
Big shout out to Bucs.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's always the goal.
Right. All the history that came about, man. We just appreciate it all, man. So we're gonna run it back again, and definitely, man, we appreciate what they did for not only this community, right, for the coach. So on the end, we do a blackout.
On the blackout?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we be tapping out with you, man. Y'all blacking out.
Blacking out one time.
Then it come, we light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. Fli-City got some dogs in it, dogs in it. Fli-City come off authentic, authentic. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce. We light it up like sauce and sauce and sauce.
My city experiencing a transition from penny pinching.